Hello.
Hey.
Are we, no. The microphone was like, looked like it was making, like, sound even though we weren't talking. But
No, we're good.
It's not
We're
doing
good
that anymore.
Welcome to the stream.
Hello.
Welcome to Thunder and Lightning Gaming Podcast.
I'm Thunder.
And I'm Lightning.
And what you were just listening to was the soundtrack to one of my personal favorite game series of all time. Actually talked about it literally the last time we streamed. Spyro the Dragon. The first Spyro the Dragon game, which came out today, September 9th, 24 years ago in 1998 on the PlayStation 1.
Wow. And I obviously forget how the order of things go in this intro. What I was going to say was I want to give a huge shout out to Drizzle and Tsunami, who have been holding down the fort here on Thunder and Lightning Gaming. And if you tuned in any time over the past week and a half and you said, well, these two are people I don't know, but I really enjoyed that, good, because they're going to be doing streams every Wednesday. Yeah. And they're going to cover for us when we're too busy doing CEO things.
Yeah. Yeah, I wanna be running the 100 people group we have at Thunder and Lightning Gaming Corporate. No, I want to be clear every time we go on break because I have a job to do. Chelsea and Mason are not temporary fixtures. They're going to be every Wednesday. So if you like them,
got a hair in my mouth.
Is it? Are we? Did you?
Yeah,
get
no,
it?
I'm good.
Oh, okay,
I just
good.
didn't want people to think I was like licking my fingers or something.
No, dude, hair in the mouth is the worst. But if you like Chelsea Mason, stick around on Wednesdays. They're going to be continuing their Pokemon Silver playthrough. They're going to be
they're going to be doing it up.
Yeah.
Whatever they do.
They're a permanent fixture on this channel. But
hello, Toga.
Today, as far as today is concerned, hello, welcome on in.
By the way, I'm all for professionalism, and I'm never going to leave you hanging, but hair and mouth, and I'm done.
No, I know.
There's at least a whole 30 seconds where I do nothing but concentrate on what I can do to solve that problem.
Yeah, that was the point I was trying to make. Like, hair and mouth is like an absolute non-starter. So if you needed me to like shut stream off so you could deal with that, I was like ready to do that. No, complete support on this side of the room for hair in the mouth. That shit blows. Yeah. So neither of us have been on stream in a good week and a half. I haven't seen you.
I know.
In like 10 whole days. I haven't seen anybody in 10 whole days.
That's a lot for us.
Yes. Yeah. But I'll talk about that after you tell me how your week was.
My week has been off the walls, man. So,
off the walls good? Or
column A, column B.
Okay.
So, I started school this week.
Oh, okay. I feel like
the
you
new
just
semester.
Finished school.
I did.
Oh, okay. Cool.
And then I started it again because I like to torture myself. And so I pulled a whole bouquet of whoopsie daisies.
Okay.
So
in regards to school?
Yeah. So we had this thing called Blackboard, which was like Canvas.
Yeah, I know about Blackboard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought we only needed it for the online classes, but no.
Oh,
you need it for everything. So I figured that out 2 days before school started. And then while I was emailing my advisor about that, she was also like, oh, well, it also looks like you're only signed up for one class. And I was like, that's not right.
Right.
So they put a hold on my account. So I called IT, and I was like, why is there a hold on my account? And they were like, oh, there shouldn't be.
Okay.
And they took care of it.
Okay.
Immediately.
At least they took care of it because
They didn't register me for my 2 goddamn classes, though.
I've definitely had holds on accounts before where it's like, that shouldn't be there. Well, we can't do anything about it. And I'm like, what do you... Just get rid of it.
No, well, that's this guy. So this guy, he was very nice, and he handled my issue. But he was like, oh, man, you think they'd have, like, little elves here over at Leslie handling that. And I was just, like, on the other end of the phone, like, bruh, I think it's you. I'm pretty sure the person I just called is the one who's supposed to be getting rid of these holds on my account.
Right.
So that was a whole thing. So I signed up for classes literally the day before they started. And then I had to get there, which was a whole thing, because this is literally next door to Harvard.
And this is this
Harvard ends, that street, Leslie starts.
Wow, that's this is your you didn't have any in-person classes last semester, right?
No. So I got off at the Harvard stop on the red line.
Yeah.
Which I guess I should have gotten off at the next one. But I had to walk through every Harvard courtyard there is.
Oh, okay.
In my Mario t-shirt and shorts.
Nice. Hell yeah.
And
I think I know the one.
I've never felt so out of place.
I mean,
because I had a backpack and everybody kept looking at me and I was like, this isn't a Goodwill Hunting situation.
Right.
I'm next door.
I mean, here's the deal. Even if 75% of the people who saw you were like, what the fuck's up with that guy? You're never going to see them again.
Well, especially now that I know that there's a stop closer to my actual school.
Right, yeah.
But I was literally just walking through there like, this place is pretty swanky. People just staring at me like... These people were probably staring at me like, it's probably the smartest son of a bitch here. Thinks he can just stroll in looking like that.
Hey, you started school just in time for one of the major train lines to just be out of commission for an entire month.
Yeah. Well, no, you know what's funny? You say that like it's a funny coincidence. They keep doing this shit every other month.
Oh, yeah.
I know that because of Pauline.
Yeah.
No, it's bullshit, honestly. You're right, but it's also not that big of a coincidence when you look at the larger scale of things and realize that half of
No, exactly. Even the few times I've had to... take public transportation to get to these jobs that I've been doing, I've just been like, really? It's okay.
Just
sure.
Down.
Again? It's down again? Okay, whatever. And I'm sure, obviously, it's worse for Pauline, someone who uses that system basically every day.
Well, it's funny. We actually carpooled the first day because she had work and I had school.
Oh, cool.
And I wanted to get there early to figure out, where I had to go and whatnot. So, we get there, and we literally go through her hospital. Like, it's actually a shortcut for me to go through her hospital to get to the station.
Got it.
So, she obviously stopped at her job, and I kept going. But I get a call from her, like, a half hour later, and she got downsized, which...
is a good thing, right?
It doesn't matter. So you're given the opportunity to take the day off when they have too many nurses on.
Oh, okay.
But there's like a list. And unless you're one of the first couple of names on the list, you're not going to get asked.
Okay.
And then once you get asked, you get brought to the bottom of the list. And
okay. Got it. Yeah.
So it just I still think she took the day off just to come be with me because she was like, hey, you got downsized. I'm going to come see you.
Okay.
And I was like, okay. So that was cool. She just kind of hung out till I was done with classes.
Nice.
And I saw a bunch of the people who I had online classes with, and they were super
cool.
Nice. Yeah.
That's cool.
But then we so this weekend is just getting started. That was Wednesday and Thursday.
Yeah.
Today's Friday.
Yes.
And I got a shit ton of schoolwork to catch up on.
I'm sorry. This story is happening in media res.
Yes.
I thought this was
No, this is the current this is
Jesus,
This
dude.
is life. Oh, I bought a new car. That shit's old news at this point.
Not to me.
Oh, well, right. Holy shit.
Yeah, I noticed you're in a new car, and it's not the one you've been driving, which was Pauline's.
Yeah.
And it's not your old one that is dead.
Yes. Yeah, I bought a new car.
Dude, nice.
It's a 2018,
which
is super new for people who don't buy new cars.
Okay.
And it has 28,000 miles on it.
Is that a lot?
That's almost none.
Oh, okay, cool.
Let's put it this way. I got a relative offer for 2016 with 24,000 miles on it, and they wanted just as much money for that as they did for the 2018.
Okay.
And it's relatively cheap. I won't get into like all that. It's a lot of money, but when it comes to like newer cars, I got a pretty good deal.
Cool.
Yeah, I'll tell you that actual stuff off camera.
Yeah.
But
No, but that's good. That was a little point of contention for a couple weeks there.
Yeah, more like 2 months, but yeah.
Was it 2 months?
Yeah, I
Jesus.
didn't have the car. The car died before the wedding, Anthony.
Really?
The car died the week before the wedding.
That's right.
I got married.
Yeah.
I got married.
I remember that.
And my car was already dead. I had to take Pauline's car.
Right, that's right. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
And we got married.
Yeah.
July 17th.
Holy shit, yeah.
Right?
This summer has been, like, I've been so fucked with, like, how long summer's been happening and what, like, how much is left and what day it is with all these.
Yeah, it's kind of like Game of Thrones summer.
With all these different jobs that I've been taking, because they're never just, like.
I think this has been the busiest summer for Thunder and Lightning since we've started.
Yeah.
And that's okay. You know why? Because we have friends to help us out.
Yeah.
But so, weekend's still just getting started. So that's school. I still got some schoolwork to take care of.
Mm-hmm.
Last night we saw Aerosmith right after school.
Oh, sick. Don't forget our anniversary.
I know. I didn't. I said the correct date. I didn't look at the calendar afterwards to be sure. So we saw Aerosmith last night. This was Pauline's. I gotta back this story up.
Okay. Yeah. Go.
Last week, I saw that Aerosmith was their rescheduled show. They were playing at Fenway the following Thursday. So I was like, Pauline, we should look at tickets. And we got floor tickets, like on the field.
Oh, really good tickets
for less than $300 a piece.
Wow.
Yeah.
For Aerosmith.
Who
was with Aerosmith? Not that it matters. I'm just curious.
Extreme.
Oh, okay. I've not familiar with them, but
They're a Boston band, believe it or not.
Oh, okay.
But
yeah.
They were very talented. I'll say that.
Cool.
But so I was like, we got to get these. I haven't missed an Aerosmith show in Boston since 2007. And this was going to be Pauline's first Aerosmith show, which she's really getting into Aerosmith. First time at Fenway, and she's going to be on the field.
Oh, cool.
So that was super, super cool. So we went, and there were fucking... This is, I think, Steven Tyler's first performance since being in rehab, too.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And
you're totally right.
Extreme was on, and they had, like, fucking sound problems.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I was like, this is not what happens at big professional shows.
Right.
And then
then you stormed the stage, and you were like, boy, do I know sound system problems. Let me take a crack
beep,
at
boop,
it.
Boop.
And anyways,
get out of the way, Mike Testa.
and anyways, long story short, Steven Tyler's my godfather or whatever.
Oh. No, Steven Tyler and Aerosmith came out, and he just seemed pissed
at
the
them
whole night.
For their
just in general. Little. I think he means we're out of sync a little bit.
Oh, your lips. Whose? Just Chris's or also mine? Because if it's one of us and not both of us, that's totally fine. And we're just going to have to deal with it.
Yeah.
But also it could be you. I say that with any issue.
You know, I guess I could be checking this out right now.
And then,
I put my phone in front of my fucking face. Yeah. What the hell? I could also be looking at my mouth.
That was the fucking...
we might be a little off. We'll check it later. We might have to deal with it. Our new channel friends, Tsunami and Drizzle, kind of tweaked our system a little bit, which is fine. We love them. But the ratio actually might be off. We'll have to check that later.
Yeah, I'll as far as this stream's concerned, don't worry about it. I'll fix it for the YouTube upload, and it'll be fine.
But so, the show was good. Could tell that they were a little not super happy.
Okay.
But okay, I got a segment.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Segment comes right in the middle of this story.
I've heard word of this segment.
Ready for this?
Yeah.
My good friend Thunder, I need you to be as honest as ever, and I'm going to need Chat to be honest as well.
Okay.
Am I the asshole?
Oh.
Chris DeLuca edition. I said my whole name.
Okay, you did. It's fine. It's in the Star Wars video.
Not only is it in the Star Wars video, but we've said there's enough. If somebody wanted to stalk me, they can stalk me. There's enough information on stream and on our YouTube channel that they could find out exactly who I am. Isn't that fun?
It's gonna be less fun the more viewers we get.
Am I the asshole? The me version.
Lay it on me. I'm excited.
Okay. So, we're leaving the Aerosmith show.
Okay.
And we immediately get out onto the street of Fenway.
Okay.
And we're starting to walk. And out of nowhere, I mean, I gotta tell you, Pauline's to the left of me, right?
Mm-hmm.
About here, this guy comes out of nowhere, yelling, drunk, he had no shirt on, just starts beating this guy in the head.
Oh.
Right in front of us. Like right here. And the guy falls over. I mean, because this guy just came out, and I could hear, like he's smacking him in the head. And the guy falls over, as one does when they randomly get punched in the head a bunch of times. And this lady also gets knocked down, and she obviously hit her knee, and she's doing like this. And
Family Guy.
More or less. And this all happened in a matter of like 7 seconds.
Yeah.
I mean, it was boom. It happened. I didn't know. I got to give you context of where my head was at in this exact moment.
Yeah.
To me, this was a random act of violence that this guy decided to perpetrate on the gentleman in front of us.
Mm-hmm.
This could have very easily been Pauline, who was to the left of me. You know, like that. Just giving you an idea of where my head's at. My focus is on the people who are down. I don't know where this asshole is in the immediate 2 seconds that I'm looking at these two people on the ground. So what I did was these people are like right here. I grabbed Pauline's right hand with my right hand, and I covered her head like this in case the guy decided he wanted to punch somebody else in the head.
Right, because at this point you are assuming that this guy's just drunk and looking to punch.
Just looking to hit anybody.
Right, yeah, that makes sense.
And I was like, I went into save my wife mode.
Right, yeah.
And I grabbed her, and we just started running. And I heard her say, she even said thank you, because I had her, and we weren't running, but I was just quickly like, all right, let's not be in this immediate area. Another piece of context, there was a cop 5 feet away.
Okay.
Like 5 feet away. I was waiting for the cop to look at this guy. So as we were walking away, Pauline, was like, I'm a nurse. I wish I helped that woman up. And I was like, I feel like an asshole because, for one, it's not Pauline's fault. I pulled her away from the situation. But I was just immediately in a trance of, I need to get Pauline out of here because she's right next to this dude and I don't want him to hit her. I feel like an asshole for leaving both those people on the ground. But my immediate instinct was to get Pauline out of there. A follow-up to this whole story. They immediately, 5 cops trampled this guy and got him.
Okay.
So the guy didn't get away. I'm sure that guy got the 2 people who got injured got immediate help. But I feel bad because that's not like me. I wish had Pauline not been there, and I was only worrying about myself and this guy because this guy hits me, I'll fuck him up. But
what exactly is the AITA? Should I have helped these people?
Should I first of all, I already wish I helped these people.
Right.
But should I have helped these people? My wife is right here. This guy is right here. And I just wanted to get her out of there. We're on a street. And there's cops around.
Okay. So here's what I think. It makes complete sense that Pauline's first reaction was, I could have helped, I'm a nurse, because she is a nurse. But so obviously you're going to have that thought first. I think that it sounds like that woman's probably going to be just okay.
I mean, the guy was because I turned.
Well, that
around.
guy was getting punched in the head. You said
he was getting punched in the head, but I turned around. He clearly didn't know what was going on, but he was sitting upright and he was communicating with people about what happened. So I mean, nothing. It's not like he was having a seizure on the ground or something.
Right.
He obviously sustained minor injury as well.
Here's why I think I can say with confidence that you guys aren't the asshole, because
not even us. I'm keeping Pauline out of this because she didn't quite
right
have a response. I was a lot quicker on the draw, and my draw was get her out of there.
Yeah. No, here's why I think I can confidently say that you're not the asshole, because my only thing was like, if I had one piece of criticism about this whole event, I was thinking that while you were running away protecting Pauline, you could have said something to the cop. I don't know how close he was to you.
Believe it or not, the attacker was between me and the cop.
Oh, okay. So, okay. Then
no, if the cop was like right here, I would have been like, "What? Do something."
Right.
But it goes me, Pauline, this guy, and then 4 other people, and then like a cop in the middle of the street.
So I think if the end of that story was, and then we ran away and we have no idea what happened, then maybe I'd be like, I could see why you think you're the asshole, but I still sympathize with you, the person who wanted to protect the other person they were with. But the fact that you were like, we turned around and saw that there were cops and the 2 people who were injured looked fine.
Well, I knew that there was a cop in the immediate area, maybe even before he started hitting. I mean, I saw him he came over screaming, but he was like, the second he was next to this guy, close enough, like within reach, if he, he was in his D&D 5-foot box. He was in melee
range. Yeah.
Once he was in melee range, he immediately had first initiative. He had advantage because the guy, it was,
yeah.
He rolled stealth. He didn't roll stealth properly. He was probably raging. Yeah, he had no shirt on. Barbarian class. He was raging.
Yeah.
So yeah, melee range, took his first punch, but he was yelling before he got into melee range. So as my eyes are drawn at this point, though, he could have just gone up to him and be like, "Hey, shit, blah, blah." You know what I mean? I mean, we've been to enough shows. We know how drunk people act.
Right.
I mean, he had no fist in the air till he was in this immediate melee range. So there was no reason to be like, "Look out. He's going to hit you."
Right.
He could, as far as I was concerned, he's just yelling. But as he's walking over, I see a cop right there. And so I was like, this situation's going to get resolved. Then he started beating the shit out of this guy, and I was like, well, I'm not getting paid to fix this, but nobody's going to help my poor wife if I don't get her out of here.
Now,
for the record, people who know Pauline, and she's on YouTube way more than she's on stream, but she's not a big person.
No.
And this guy was bigger than me.
Okay.
If he hit her, it would have caused a lot more damage to her than it did the guy he actually hit.
Yeah.
He hit this guy so hard, he knocked over a woman behind this guy, and she hurt herself.
Right.
So, like, if this guy decided to swing at Pauline for some reason, it could have not been as okay as it was for that guy.
Right. No, I don't think you should feel bad. I think that your instincts were in the right place. I definitely feel like anyone, even if it wasn't my wife, like, I feel like if it was me and Pauline, I would have instantly gone into protect your wife mode, as you called it. But I think that protecting the other person you're with as your first instinct is probably where most people would be in that situation. And I think that, like you said, Pauline should not feel any guilt because those people seem like they're going to be fine.
Yeah.
You know, as you said, sort of like pushed her, like forced her away from the situation. So, even if she like could have helped, which even if she could have, I don't think that I would have been like, yeah, you should help. Like I sympathize with the like just wanting to get away from the situation aspect of it.
Here's my other thought,
and it sounds like you stuck around long enough to see that the situation was eventually going to, like, in the process of resolving itself, you know?
Well, yeah, the situation kind of followed us because this guy left, but the cops chased after him. So we saw the end result of him But I could see that these people, they're obviously not in the most okay state, but they were going to be okay.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
And I did turn around to make sure that if this guy was just prone on the ground, maybe once I realized that I probably would have gone back over.
Right.
Had Pauline not been, here's the other thing too. Here's the other scenario, right? We don't do anything that we did do, and I'm helping this woman out, and she's asking this guy if he's okay, and this guy just starts beating the shit out of Pauline. That's what I'm, if it was either A, just me, or B, someone who's ready to take a punch from a dude.
Right.
I feel like
you missed a whole story.
We're in the middle of an Am I the Asshole Chris DeLuca edition, and I didn't cause the cops. Let me just state that right now. Okay. Damn, do I go over it again?
No, please don't.
Okay.
Just because it'll
be forever.
He'll watch the VOD.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Mason. But let us know what you think. By the way, Drizzle in the house.
No,
everyone.
No one beat the shit out of Pauline.
Everyone's
good.
But see, that's why I'm not the asshole. No.
See, I think you brought up something really good. I think if you looked back and saw these people and one of them just looked like completely out of commission, then maybe go into I'm a nurse, I could probably help mode, double back. The dangerous person's far away, maybe check on this guy. But it seemed like you said, both people who were injured were going to be fine.
Yeah, I turned around and no, don't. Yeah, no, I turned around and they both seemed fine. If I was, like I said, if I was there by myself or there with probably even you, I would probably be more apt to, because I want to help people. It's literally what I'm going to school for. I probably would have been more apt to help these people. But my immediate instinct was just, I don't want Pauline to be the victim of this guy's next random beating. No,
and I don't think you should feel any guilt because of that. I think a definitive no to the question, am I the asshole? I think you reacted the way anyone would.
Okay. Well, there you go.
And I do agree that you are the type of person who, given different circumstances, you might have double backed and helped. But I don't think I would have
I don't think I would have left the situation.
Right. But I don't think you should feel bad for not doing that.
Okay. All right. I wanted to bring that here, get that squared away in TNL court.
Yeah, dude.
And see what the verdict was. So, just to wrap up my week, tomorrow we got Red Hot Chili Peppers at Fenway. So,
oh, same venue.
Yeah.
Nice.
So we'll see what brawls I can start or finish there. And then Sunday, my new band Lions and Lavender play their first show at the Jungle in Somerville. Come check it out.
And because of that, we're gonna have an earlier stream.
Yeah, we're gonna stream at 12 on Sunday.
Yeah. So
I gotta get cap guns.
Get ready for that. That you could just light off in my in my room.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been to Fenway exactly once.
Okay.
The end.
For what? For a game?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was a Patriots game. Yeah, I went with my dad and his friend and my friend.
Wait,
a long time ago.
You mean Red Sox, right? Like, were you being funny?
Oh, I'm sorry. What's the other?
Gillette.
That's what it's called?
The football stadium?
Yeah. What is Fenway? That's baseball?
Yeah.
Oh, I've been there twice. I've seen 2 Red Sox games at Fenway.
Okay. I've seen a lot of concerts at Fenway.
Yeah, basically every concert I've been to has been at what is it fucking called? The
TD Garden?
No. The
one in the woods? It's kind of half open.
Yeah.
Yeah?
That one.
You know, they don't do concerts there anymore. And that's like the best venue.
Yeah,
I haven't seen a concert there in forever.
Yeah. I think I've been to 3 there. I was actually just talking about that earlier. Not important. My week was crazy.
Yeah.
My week so
how many fights were you involved?
Oh man, like enough. More than yours to sound more impressive, I guess. No, so I went to Seattle for PAX West. Seattle is great, and I liked it a lot. And so there was a lot of stuff that I talked about in the vlog that'll be out eventually, and I'm gonna try to not repeat myself. But there's a few things that I haven't talked about anywhere yet. But I went to the Space Needle just to give an overview of what happened. The last day of my trip, I had like a couple hours in between checkout from hotel and takeoff from airport. Yeah. So I took a nice walk over to the Space Needle, which is
That's the big tower, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know this about the Space Needle, but did I not send? I sent you a picture, right, of me on the Space Needle?
You sent me. I actually won't even say it on. You sent me super legal pictures of the con that you were supposed to send me.
Oh yeah. No, did I not send? I feel like I did. Maybe I didn't.
Which were really cool, by the way. I don't know if I actually responded to the pictures that you sent, but they were cool.
I didn't. I could have sworn I meant to. I was so tired the last couple of days. But yeah, I went up the Space Needle. It was fun. There was like a whole restaurant up there, which was cool. The Space Needle is literally right next to the Museum of Pop Culture, which I did not get to go into because it was closed. But they did have a special exhibit on Notorious B.I.G., which seemed cool. But I did not. I showed up late. It was later in the day, so I did not get to do that. But man, howdy, boy, howdy, does the Museum of Pop Culture not look like a bunch of tissue paper? So yeah, that was fun. Most of my time was spent at PAX West. The day before PAX West, I actually went to the Sanchi office.
Yeah,
which was pretty cool. I had to take a boat there.
Wow.
Because it's in Bremerton, which is on the outskirts of Seattle, and by outskirts they mean it's an hour-and-a-half boat ride across a river. And that part, okay, so I kind of fucked up, but it's fine. So I needed to be in Bremerton by 9. Or no, by 10. I needed to be in Bremerton by 10. I got a ticket. There's a slow ferry and a fast ferry. I got a ticket for the slow ferry at 8:30. And I was like, that's enough time. Didn't realize that the slow ferry only departs every 2 hours. So the last one was at 8. The next one will be at 11. So I was like, this will not do. Let me go scope out the fast ferry. And I get to the fast ferry, and they were like, the fast ferry's a half-hour boat ride, and it leaves in 2 minutes.
Oh, shit.
And I was like, do they accept cash? And they were like, they do accept cash, but they can't make change. So that was the first ticket was $10. The second ticket was $10, but at that point I only had 20s. So I essentially spent $30 for a $10 boat ride, which sucks, but it happens. So that was fun. Being at Sanchi was cool. It was exactly what I expected it to be. And Bremerton's a cute little. I think if I make it down to Seattle, whether I have business at the Sanchi office or not, I'm gonna make it down to Bremerton because they had like a barcade that I walked by, which seemed cool.
Is that what we're calling them?
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah, yeah. It was just a quiet little port town with some like modern art that made it into the vlog, so that was cool. PAX was fine. It some of the issues that I've had with these cons in the past didn't really happen. We didn't have that many people, as many people as we should have setting up. So setup was a long time. I worked a 15-hour shift.
Damn.
And then I got probably 3.5 hours of sleep. And then the next day was day 1 of the con. So then I worked an 11-hour shift. I went to the fanciest restaurant I've ever been to. Don't know if I can talk about the bill price, which is the most interesting part of it. But let's just say it was more than $100 per person.
Oh man.
The best cheesecake I've ever had. The restaurant's called the Capitol Grill.
That's where okay, the Capitol Grill, it's a chain.
Yeah, it is.
When me and Pauline got engaged, that's where I took her for lunch.
Oh,
before
sick,
we
dude.
got
Have you had the cheesecake?
Did we might have had cheesecake.
It was just normal plain cheesecake that I did in fact dump like strawberry sauce onto.
Yeah.
Literally the best cheesecake I've ever had. It was.
That's
I'm not
cool.
a big like cheesecake guy, but like this was like really fucking good, dude. Food there was exceptional. I got a passion fruit mojito. It's probably the best alcoholic drink I've ever had. And then I got to play some games. I'm not going to go in detail about them. But yeah, I got to play both Yacht Club games that are coming out. I got to play Lies of P. very excited for that. That's the
Nice.
Pinocchio game that I was telling you about.
Oh yeah.
It's
I keep forgetting that's the Pinocchio game.
yeah, dude. It's literally Bloodborne. It looked it looked crazy.
And you're playing as Pinocchio?
Yes, yeah. There's
That's
no character
crazy.
customization because you're playing as Pinocchio. So I do have a couple stories that didn't make it into the vlog. First of all, in regards to the vlog, there's a special guest, so stay tuned for that. So two things happened. I'm checking people out. I'm doing register, and this couple comes up, and there was not a long line.
Were you checking them out?
I was checking. Yeah, no. Probably shouldn't even joke about that. But yeah, so it was a man and a woman. They walk up. There was no line behind them. And the dude was wearing a Psychonauts 2 shirt. He was wearing a crazy awesome Psychonauts 2 shirt. It was like a big cast photo of every character in the game. And I was like, oh, man, I love your shirt. That's so cool. And he was like, oh, thanks. And then I look over at the woman. She's also wearing a Psychonauts 2 shirt. I was like, oh, you're also wearing a Psychonauts 2 shirt. That's cool. And her reaction was kind of weird. She was like, yeah. And I was like, that was weird. And then she was like, he worked on the game. And I was like, really? That's so cool. So I had a 5-minute chat with them about, like, why I like it and, like, how it's super good. The guy I was talking to was specifically in charge of coding. He was in charge of, like, making sure the lighting looked good and making sure that, like, when you press A, it does what it's supposed to do and all that stuff. So it was really cool. He was really neat. Really cool talking about him. Psychonauts 2 got my Game of the Year in my Game of the Year video last year. So then...
Did you tell him that?
I didn't. I didn't think he cared. But yeah. So then there's a video game called Rivals of Aether. It's actually that one up there, if you see that one. It's it's the best Smash Brothers clone that's ever been made. It was made by one dude. His name's Dan Fornes. And they're making a new Rivals of Aether game. It's called Dungeons of Aether. It's a way different game. It's not a fighting game. It's like a roguelike dungeon crawler dice combat type thing. And I was talking to the guy running the booth, and he was super cool. He was telling me about the game and how it's going to, like, the characters from that game are going to be in Rivals of Aether. And then I sat down, I played the whole demo. I got back up. We were chatting about how I liked the game. I leave, go back to work. Like 4 full days later, I'm on Twitter. Turns out that guy I was talking to was Dan Fornes, the guy who made Rivals of Aether.
Wow.
And I was talking to him the whole time, and I didn't fucking know that.
Wow.
So yeah, that was I just had a moment of, like,
Damn.
Yeah, there was a bunch of YouTubers there. I didn't get to meet many of them because I was working. But yeah, I had a lot of fun. I made a couple new friends, which always feels cool. My boss, his 2 friends that he's always talking about were there, and they were helping us out. And it turns out they live an hour away from here. So
cool.
we're probably gonna meet up and hang out or something.
Cool.
And they were neat. It was one of those moments. This doesn't happen a lot anymore, but it was one of those moments where, like, we just sort of, like, it just sort of felt like we've always been friends. Like, they were just so naturally like it was cool hanging out with them.
That's cool.
So I'm looking forward to seeing them again. Sanchi met their goal, their financial, what do you call it? Your projected
Quota?
sales goal.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if anyone cares, but
that's good.
We did it. Like I kept saying, Sanchi had the biggest booth it's ever had at this show.
So are you done for the foreseeable future?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
There's I haven't gotten specific dates yet, but there's it sounds like there's 3 more, and then I'm done for it sounds like no cons all of December, and then they get back into it in January. Doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to get back into it in January, because I'm still technically a contractor / temporary part-timer, so I just show up when they need me. But yeah, it sounds like there's 3 more potentially that they need me for that I'll probably be at. Sounds like 2 of them are in New York, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I apologize. I do not have all the info I
Sure.
could have about that. But no, I'm not done, which is cool because I really like working for Sanchi. As much, like, as hard as it is sometimes, I really like it. I haven't been introduced to anyone I actively dislike as part of this company. I really like hanging out with everyone. They're very like they're very supportive of like whatever you like, the entire LGBT, like whatever you represent, or they literally the PAX East job, the first one I started, they changed their like uniform policy. It used to be, we're just going to give you free shirts. I think you probably remember me talking about that. But they changed that, and they just have like a tiny little apron now. And the reason they did that was for like so that employees could look like they work for Sanchi, but also express themselves whatever way they want. I thought that was really cool. That was kind of my first like, oh, that's like really neat. And then like I meet like literally everyone on this team is some sort of LGBT, like on the in the LGBT community, which was cool. It's just a cool little group of people.
Cool.
And I like working for them, and we got more Persona 5 merch, which is very cool. And we went to karaoke, which I don't normally do, but that was a lot of fun. There was supposed to be some game devs there, but it didn't end up happening.
Yeah, you mentioned that to me.
One in particular who I won't name, because I didn't actually meet him, but if you know indie games, you'll recognize this name. He was supposed to be there. He ended up canceling, which is fine. I did meet Shane, so this I will talk about because he's on Twitter, so I don't think he'll mind me talking about him. So Stardew Valley, right?
Yeah.
A game that my company sells merch for. There's a character called Shane. We have a Shane pin. We have a Shane plush. Turns out that this Shane guy that my boss keeps talking about is the guy they based Shane. He's the real life Shane.
Oh, wow.
So I went to my boss. I was like, I didn't know that the characters in Stardew Valley are based off real people. And he said they're not, except for Shane.
Oh, that's cool.
So, and I was a little hesitant. I was like, I don't know how much he wants me to be like Stardew Valley Shane. I found him on Twitter. His Twitter profile is literally Shane from Stardew Valley.
Oh,
and his name is like Sad Chicken Man or something like that. He was really cool. I got to hang out with him all week. He was pretty neat. I won't name drop his girlfriend because she didn't,
okay it.
She didn't actively okay it. Bless you.
Thank you.
But
it sounds like yes, official confirmation that Sanchi has Persona 5 merch.
Yeah, Sanchi has had some Persona 5 merch. They're just starting to do their like Persona 4 character plushies, but for Persona 5, I can confirm because it's already a pin that the first one they're doing is Makoto, who is right above Lightning's head in the shot there, on the bike with the book. Yeah. So she's going to be the first plush, and then from there, they're going to do more. So they just released a Naoto plush, which is I think the final, possibly, Persona 4 plush they're going to do. I'm not sure if...
Oh, I thought you said Naruto weird.
No, Naoto. It's Naoto. Naoto. It does sound like Naruto, though. No Naruto merch.
I wasn't going to call you out on it. I was just like... I think he flubbed that one.
I've heard this word pronounced quite a few times. That's definitely wrong.
Yeah, it was like I don't watch the show. I don't know.
No,
I'll leave it alone.
A Persona 4 character, Naoto. He just got a plush. And then Makoto's the first P5. And then they also they're doing a Monica plush. Monica from Doki Doki Literature Club.
Monica from Friends.
Monica from Friends. Yeah, a Monica plush, a Rachel plush, Ross.
Do they all hold hands?
Plush. And they can all hold hands and jump and... No, they can clap because that's the thing, right? Monica, Rachel, Phoebe, Ross, Chandler, and Joey.
You don't need to... I'm not impressed.
Somebody
with
is.
Your friend's knowledge.
Somebody is. Never seen... Well, I've never seen an episode. So that's just through osmosis.
Yeah, osmosis
that
being
I know all
that...
their names.
Yeah. Do you we're not in my room. I was going to point to my picture of Elvis that's right there.
Yeah.
It's going to be like, do you know his name? It's called Pop Culture.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Christ. That's what this channel's about.
So what you're saying is I shouldn't list all the characters from The Big Bang Theory I know? That's not how you want this stream to...
That would be where it's heading.
If you don't shut the fuck up. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I have a little I have a Space Needle coin, but I don't know
that's
exactly
cool.
where it went. Well, because everything on the Space Needle was card only, except for the little coin machine. So it was $5 but it was like a really detailed little souvenir. It was cool. They had a
I need to know if you got the die.
Well, you're just gonna have to. I'll tell you after stream. But you're just gonna have to watch the video to find out. So if I can share a few images with people on your screen.
Sure.
So this will be in the vlog, but that's me outside the Space Needle.
Oh, I'm yawning. You weren't supposed to move the camera yet.
And then there's a little Lego version that they had in the lobby of the Space Needle. And then
I didn't get to see the Lego.
Oh, sorry.
That's neat.
And then so that's like a floor below me. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like I'm like a floor above.
Oh, so that thing's actually fucking huge.
It was, yeah.
Okay.
It was pretty big. And then I have a ton of pictures, but I'll just show the one that I'm proud of because I thought it was cool. This is the view from the Space Needle, and you got the shadow of it in there. Thought that was pretty
that's
cool.
Neat. Yeah.
And then there's proof. There's me. There's me at the Space Needle.
Picture didn't happen. Cool.
So the Space Needle, I don't know if you know this or would be okay with this, but the Space Needle, once you go up there, it's 2 floors. The top floor is probably where you're going to take all your pictures and stuff. There's a restaurant. There's a mini bar. You go down a small flight of stairs, and you get to the bottom floor. And the bottom floor, the floor is glass. You step on it, and you look down, and you get terrified if you're me. But also, the glass floor, it rotates. The whole bottom half of the building slowly rotates.
Yeah, remember, I'm gonna answer. I am gonna answer whether I'm cool with that or not, but I'm gonna answer it in a way that you'll probably best understand.
Okay.
Remember in college when we were playing the game, how long do you think you'd survive in jail? And I believe it was either you or a colleague of ours, and their answer was, I immediately kill myself. Just abort instantly. Just whatever's closest.
Okay.
That'd be me on this thing.
Oh, okay. Dude, the only reason I stepped on the glass is because there was other people on the glass, and I was like, well, they're not plummeting to their deaths. Literally.
Well, yeah, but at a person, you never know, Anthony.
Every other instinct in my head was like, don't fucking step on it. But I did. I have video of me stepping on it. I have terrifying elevator footage.
Oh,
you might want to look away during that part of the vlog because I have a cool editing idea.
I mean, I'll watch it. I'll watch and if you fall off, I'll watch you and then it gets,
Well, I didn't fall off because here I am.
Well, you could be Superman. I don't know.
This is my origin story. This is how I find out that I'm indestructible, like the cheerleader from Heroes. I fell off the Space Needle and I lived.
It's right in itself. But yeah, I don't think I could do that one.
Yeah, it was fun. It was 50 floors up. The elevator only takes 40 seconds. Most of Seattle.
Wait. Time out.
Yeah.
Okay, now we got a hard stop. It takes 4. That would be the worst part for me. You saw me. Okay, we go to Comic-Con together.
Did I say I meant seconds? If I said minutes.
No, you said seconds.
Oh, okay.
That's the part I'm freaking out about.
Yeah.
Okay, we go to Comic-Con, right? And we go. We were on the 11th floor of the convention center hotel that we always stay at. Anime chairs made out of.
Yeah.
And you see me that elevator goes too fast, and I get a little freaked out when it does. 40 seconds
for 50 floors. And you can see.
Yeah, I do something, some bodily function that isn't that I wouldn't intentionally make would happen.
So you'd fear shit, is what you're saying?
Either that, or that'll be the first time I throw up, or I'll just cry uncontrollably. Something would happen.
Yeah, so 50 floors, you go up in 45 seconds or whatever the fuck. It was
Jesus. Going down would scare me.
Oh, that's what the elevator footage is of. Me going down.
Well, no, see, I'll watch it. I don't want to be in it.
It was there was a voice the whole time spitting facts about the Seattle Space Needle.
Wait, what happened?
There was like a voice overhead that was like, the Space Needle has been around since
It's not
blah, blah,
crashing. I'd need one that every 2 seconds it just says it's not crashing.
The Space Needle's been around since this year. It's still not crashing. And it was founded by this person in this year. It's not crashing. Don't worry.
It's stable. That's what I would need them to say.
I'm not going to lie. The elevator wasn't not wobbly a little bit.
Jesus
But it is
Christ.
an elevator. It is an elevator.
Jen seems to agree with me. And brings up an excellent point.
Yeah, maybe I'm not a
ghost.
superhero. Maybe I'm dead, and this is I'm a ghost.
You know, back before we were streaming and we'd play our game. I mean, we were capturing footage for YouTube and stuff, but we weren't streaming. We'd play a half hour. We'd stop, take a break, do whatever we want. But like sometimes I'd be in here. I think I told you this was a joke a while back with us. You'd take like a poop break or something, and you'd be gone a long time.
Yeah.
And you'd come back in, and I'd be like, I'm starting to think there just never was an Anthony. This house that we're doing some Shutter Island shit, and this house is just barren. I'm just sitting in like an abandoned building on the second floor by myself.
It's
all in my head.
I took so long to defecate that you started contemplating like maybe it's me. Maybe
he never existed.
Maybe like I'm gonna blink too fast and this room is gonna be like I'm in
That's
Silent
what I'm
Hill
saying.
all of a sudden.
Yeah, exactly. This room, there's no door. The window's busted through. Like, yeah, no, exactly.
There's no proof that like I ever existed.
Yeah.
There's no proof like you go outside your cars and here like you don't know how you
Oh,
got
God.
here. Like
Forget where we were going.
The sky is
you're
sky
a ghost.
is leaking ash because it is, I will reiterate, Silent Hill. That is what you're describing. Is you're just in Silent Hill and you have been for the last year.
Jesus.
And then
At this point it would be like 5 years.
Pyramid Head starts to follow you to come kill you or fuck you. Not quite sure. Played that game all the way through. Not quite sure what's happening with Pyramid Head. He's not sexual in that game. We should play the second Silent Hill is the good one. We should play that together.
Okay.
It's one of those games that everyone's got to play at once. It's not too scary.
I do not rush through your week if you were not done, but if we are coming to a close, I feel like we could do a quick segment at the end here, and then let's try a video game podcast.
Okay, yeah, we can do that.
Or no, this would be too difficult because
Okay.
we found that there is an issue with capturing footage right now, right?
Why? What were you gonna?
Oh, we just dig around in a game.
Oh no, let's not do that.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that was it. PAX West 2022 was really fun, and I'm gonna talk about it a little more on the next podcast because it's all about video games. Yeah, you want me to quickly look up
Yeah, let's scoop it up.
3 is a good one too. Oh, Silent Hill 3. You know, you always say that. You're the only person I've ever heard talk about Silent Hill 3.
So for those of you who are just joining us right now, we're just finishing up our regular podcast. We're not getting banned on Twitch is what we're doing. We're just finishing up our regular podcast. We're going to start heading over to our video game podcast in a minute, but we got one more segment, and that's when we look up Gwyneth Paltrow's website, Goop, that she secretly sells vampire repellent and stones that you're supposed to put in your vagina, which you probably shouldn't. I mean, I'm not an expert, but it's probably not a good idea. So we're gonna look up her products. We're gonna have some fun things to do with that. That'll probably take a couple minutes, and then we're gonna talk more about video games. So stick around, please. If you're here for the PAX conversation, we're probably gonna get a little more in depth with it in a few minutes.
What are you in the mood for?
No, Mason's worried that he broke everything. No, it's not you, it's us.
Oh, no, you're good. Yeah, you're good. What are you in the mood for vis-a-vis? Ooh. Okay, we've never done one of these before.
Whatever that is, let's do it.
Yeah. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do this one. Okay. This.
Yeah. Smells like my butthole. The candle.
I was gonna do a little intro, but I think you did a pretty good job. This is the Urban Air Mask 2.0.
Oh my God!
So
wait.
Allow me to show camera.
Okay.
At first glance, it's just a normal face mask. We'll see how it pans out in the description.
So let me give a bit more of a description of what we're about to do. Thunder's looking up a product.
A woman wearing the face mask.
This product is the one that we're doing today. We're gonna guess how much we think it's going for. Then he's gonna let us know exactly how much it is going for.
So first, I'm gonna read the entirety of the product details.
Yes.
Aeronym's, that's the company that made it.
Christ, why is there always a made-up word?
Well, that's the.
I know this is a company name, but like the very first thing.
And apparently this is the second take because it's called the Urban Air Mask 2.0. Aeronym's Urban Air Mask is designed to filter out air pollution, smog, pollen, and dust. It's also one of the most comfortable masks we've tried. It fits nicely over the nose. There's a thick, cushiony nose piece.
Uh-oh.
So fuck people who have glasses, I guess. And sits comfortably under the chin. The ear loops are adjustable. But if you prefer a mask that wraps around the back of your head, you can easily convert it. It comes with an optional strap that connects the two loops. It has valves and optional valve stoppers to block them off. An optional strap that connects to... Okay, so you could just adjust it, I think is what they mean. Oh, wait. It has valves and optional valve stoppers to block them off for an air mask without valves. Go to Aeronym's.
Oh, I think it's those two little things right here. You can either utilize them or not.
What do they do, though?
Sounds like they're filtering air.
Okay. 55% polyester, 40% polypropylene, and 5% active carbon. Warning.
Uh-oh.
This product is not FDA approved.
Yeah, there it is. There it is. You put holes in mask, called it a filter, and it's not real. This is not
an FDA approved or medical grade product and is not intended for use in medical setting, nor is this product intended to replace medical grade equipment or other measures recommended to stop the community spread of any viruses, including hand washing, social distancing, and refraining from touching your face. Masks with open valves do not prevent the spread of airborne viruses.
So it's useless.
So this mask doesn't work, is what they've said.
So if you don't want to sniff a fart or something.
It's like the fucking scene from Force Awakens where he's like, the stormtroopers' helmets filter out toxins, not whatever.
Right,
it's like that. It's like, you will get sick. You won't smell a fart. It's like, thanks, dog, for blank amount of money.
Thanks, Gwyneth Dog.
I was trying to... Thanks, G-Dog. I was trying to not catch COVID, but I guess this is just for fashion, I guess, or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, is it just that black? Is that the only option?
No, there's actually two options. There's a quartz gray.
Really? I'm shocked that's as fancy as we get. Okay.
This is the first like customizable thing I think we've seen in a while.
All right. So now we're going to guess what we think the price for this mask is. Not what you think it should be, what you think Gwyneth is selling it for.
Right.
Feel free to give us what you think it should be, what you'd be willing to pay for it as well, as I'm going to do.
Right.
I would pay for this no fart sniffing mask a grand total of $5.
Okay.
What I think she is selling it for is $35.
Okay.
Now we're going to wait a few minutes.
If anyone else in chat has a guess.
If anybody wants to throw a guess out there, we're going to wait.
You're guessing what you think the
goop price.
The goop on-screen price of this product is.
Goop.
How much do you think Goop and Aeronym are charging for this face mask that I will remind you does not work and is not FDA approved or medical grade?
Ooh, we got one.
79. Jen says,
price.
I'd say at least 100, but it should only be like 5 or 10.
Yeah. I thought Drizzle said 39 goop bucks.
Just because she upcharges everything.
Oh yeah. That's the whole fun of this segment.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
So,
yes.
The winner, I believe, because we don't do Prices Right rules, the winner is Mason, a.k.a. Tsunami, a.k.a. Landguil.
A.k.a. Tsunami?
Yeah, right? No, is he the other one? Is he Drizzle?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. Sometimes they change it up.
No, they do that to fuck with you.
And it's working.
Their real names are, and they even have them over their heads.
Okay.
They know what they're doing.
Anyways, the Aeronym Urban Air Mass 2.0 is $75.
Wow. Wait a minute. First of all, that initial wow was how impressed I was, how close he was. Then the second half of that was, she's charging $75 for this no fart sniffing mask?
Yeah. Yeah.
There weren't even any gems in it and shit.
There wasn't even any
there was no carats of gold.
There was no carats of gold. There was no rain Caribbean rainwater. It was just a mask that doesn't filter out COVID, and it's $75.
Why? What is wrong with her?
Okay, we got a quick one.
Okay.
We got a quick one
All
because
right.
it was in the top. This is what they're promoting right now. This is what they wanted me to
Right
buy.
after this, we're gonna jump into video games, but
it's the Goop Beauty Feel Fantastic Naked Kit. The product detail is very short. Gwyneth's 2-step routine for baby soft, smooth, ultra hydrated, glowing skin comes at a brilliant price when you buy the products together. So this is 2 products that are in little jars, and it's got Gwyneth's seal of approval right there in the product details. And I will say that this product is in fact on sale right now. You could get it for 30% off. Lightning's passed away, and I can't tell quite which detail was the one that got him.
I'm still getting over the mask.
Oh, okay. You get
Jim Carrey's The Mask.
You get 1 full-size Gloop Glow Microderm Instant Glow Body Polish. This invigorating, luxurious.
Hello, Vacana. Damn it! Now you got me doing it.
Fuck yeah.
Vacana them. I got it.
Welcome on in.
Thank you
put
for
the names
joining.
above the correctly specific because Thunder said he didn't know who was who, and he remains to not know. Yeah, you get 1 product and you get the other product, and it's a 2-pack, and it's on sale, and you're supposed.
So we get a sale price.
It's called the Feel Fantastic Naked Kit, and this is like made by.
Can I see the
Gwyneth.
picture? I didn't actually see it.
It's just 2. Yeah, it's just 2.
2 lotions.
Yeah.
Okay.
But this one is literally the first word in the product detail is Gwyneth. The sale price or the full price? You can do both. Feel free to do both.
Yeah, feel free to throw in the sale, the regular price, and what you'd be willing to spend. See, I find that fun. I always find that fun. What are you willing to spend versus what Gwyneth demands you pay?
Just to because I didn't realize there's a product detail for each thing. Just to give you the Sparks Note versions of it. It's a lotion you're supposed to put on your face, but this one is specifically for the whole body, and it's an oil, and it smells good.
Okay.
And it's got some stuff.
Ooh, so it's essential oil-esque.
Well, one of them's a body oil, and one of them's a body polish.
Like leather, for your shoes.
I guess. Or
okay.
For like jewelry or whatever.
Okay. This number is coming to me now, and I feel like you would do this just to fuck me up.
Okay.
I'm gonna say $75.
Okay. For the full price?
For the full, yeah, $75 for the full price, and I'm gonna go 65 for the discounted price.
Okay. Mason says 149 goop bucks.
Yes.
Or like 104 for the
Wait.
sale.
Oh, I thought he was like somewhere in there. 149 or 104,
Jen says I feel like the full price would be 170-ish or
Ooh,
like 120-ish
I undersold. I'm
sale.
starting to feel like I undersold these oils. I know nothing about oils.
The Feel Fantastic Naked Kit is going to set you back $96 US.
Holy
and it is
shit.
on sale for 30% off at a reasonably priced $76.20.
I was off
so
by $1.26.
So you did
for the
win.
Kind of, though. That wasn't my sales price.
No, but you got the closest.
I did.
Yeah, you said 75 and it was 96.
Okay. I almost never win. I kind of don't believe it.
And then you said 65 for the sale, and it was 67. So you were the closest across the board.
Wow.
On that one. So that was Goop, and that was our flagship Thunder and Lightning podcast.
Yes.
Thank you for being here. If you are here, stick around. We're going to talk about more video games in a sec.
Is that my SNES Classic?
No. That's mine. That's my hacked, modded
Oh, yeah.
SNES Classic.
I'm going to steal it.
Okay. I mean, don't.
I don't know where mine is.
I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, don't go anywhere. We're about to talk more video games.
Yeah, we're going to talk about I'm going to talk about the games I played at PAX and probably some other stuff. But thank you so much for coming to this podcast. Like I said, if you're here live, stick around. But we're just going to do an outro for the YouTube channel. Until next time, I've been Thunder.
I'm Lightning.
And we'll see you later. Thank you for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe.
Our channel has daily uploads from podcast video essays, Let's Plays to skits.
Be sure to watch on Twitch. We stream all our video game and podcast content live at 5 EST every Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday.
Our intro is by Brad Kendrick and music by Froggy and the Friendship. Link to all that in the description below.
Thanks again, and we'll see you next time.